Hello everyone. I hope this is working nicely. Quite a spontaneous little live. I was chatting with Graham a little while ago and he invited me, to do a little session at some point and contribute. And last night I just thought, I'll do a little live tomorrow. So please join me when you can and feel free to watch this. Watch it through and feel free to ask any questions as we go. I wonder if have I got a chat section here? Do you know what? There we go, that's a bit better. I can see now in my, I can see a bit bigger on the screen. Okay, I haven't actually done a live from this laptop before, so apologies for that. So I don't know if I'll be able to see your chat, but if anyone's there, try it and see, otherwise I will get back to you afterwards. So yeah, I'd love to ask a few questions to you at the end actually. So after you've listened, I'll be asking a couple of questions and a bit of input on a few things, so bear with me. I'm going to be sharing my top 5 tips with essential oils. And for those who don't know me, my name's Sally and I'm a qualified naturopath and I work with doTERRA oils, and I am going to be sharing today on doTERRA oils, and it's because even if I didn't work with them, I would be using them. Since I met them, I just couldn't use any others. So, but as it happens, it's become part of what I do. It's become part of my sharing and my health and wellness passion, really. Firstly, years ago I was a veterinary nurse, so I qualified as a veterinary nurse. That's all I ever wanted to do when I was growing up. And then I moved, and then I've always been quite creative, and then I put that into making treats and things. I was making naughty cakes, packed full of sugar and things, and I had 2 daughters, and they're now big daughters, and I wanted to create a healthier treat for them, basically. That wasn't going to compromise their health, so I started making raw vegan treats, which I still do as well. It's all sort of part of my wellness tree. So I make the raw vegan treats. They have oils within them, and they're naturopathically based and created around health. And through doing that, I met my naturopathic teacher at a festival and started studying with her. And then I met doTERRA oils and knew I wanted to bring them in. I knew they were going to be great. I knew I could tell the quality, and I knew they were going to be good. And this was nearly 3 years ago. It's all been wonderful and come together really nicely. So I'm going to share my top 5 tips today. So I've got my little notes just so I don't forget anything, because it's all great. Number 1 top tip is use a good quality oil. This is so important to try and source where your essential oil has come from. It's almost an injustice to the plant if we don't source a good quality. There's so much potential in essential oils. These plants are harnessing so much. They're gaining all the light from the sunshine as they grow. They're harnessing it all. They give us so much anyway, and it's original plant medicine. So using a good source is just, the potentials are endless. So it's really important, and there aren't many oils you can get hold of out there where you'll know exactly where they've come from start to finish. You know about the process. That's really important to look into. Try and find out that all areas of production, really. So doTERRA are a very integral, conscious, mindful company to be making these oils. They're just the best hands to be doing this. They really are. They give a lot back. So there's a whole story that goes into it. The soil quality is amazing. People really look after the plants. It's all very sustainable. if a plant is, there's no chance basically of it being over harvested, they'd move on to a different source. They'd replant for everything that is harvested, and the distilling is all top notch, very good quality in the distilling, and the testing is just very, very vigorous. So basically the testing will make sure there's no impurities, no heavy metals, and no contaminants in the final product. Each drop is tested 3 times, and one testing is done by an outside lab, so it's unbiased. They also work with small-scale farmers and families that have been harvesting the oils indigenously in their areas where they're best grown, and they've been doing this for years. It's within the family, and they come in and they've got their the charity foundation set up as well. So if these communities are missing anything that we might take for granted, running water, schooling, and medical care that they might need, then it's put in place. So yeah, it's a very integral place to get your oils. That they're going to be the most effective oils can be, which is massively so. Seek and you shall find. You can find all the answers with these oils. It's very transparent. You can trace each one to find exactly where it's come from. A really nice site, I'll put a link somewhere, to have a look at all of this is sourcetoyou.com. And this shows exactly lots more about the sourcing and the quality of all these oils. So yeah, that's a really good site to look at. Plants will respond to human thoughts. There's actually been studies that have been proven around this. So it's, what you put in, you will receive a higher vibration in this final product. And you can feel it. You can feel they're so much different, and you can feel the benefits, and it's just amazing. So the next top tip, and number two top tip with essential oils, is utilize your oils. Make sure you're empowered around them. Make sure you've got someone helping you. This is part of what I do. I educate and I empower people on using their oils in the correct and the most generous ways, really, so they're getting everything possible from them. So utilize your oils. There are 3 main ways, really, aromatically, and that can be as simple as removing a lid. This is wild orange, by the way. Ooh. And I've got this in my diffuser, and it smells amazing. Wild orange is the oil of abundance, and it's amazing for stress and anxiety relief, actually. Antidepressant. It's very uplifting, really helps to ease the mood, helps to ease the thoughts in the mind. You can use this one for flavouring. It's amazing just to drop in a glass of drinking water. It boosts immunity at the same time. It's beautiful we've used it in chocolate in some of my treats. I'll put this in. It's a gorgeous one. So smelling alone, when you're feeling stressed or anxious, that really helps. It goes through the limbic part of the olfactory system, of the nose, and then to the limbic part of the brain, where the emotions and behaviours are dealt with, and it can really have such a quick effect. So yeah, I've got a few notes on that somewhere, actually. 22 seconds it would take for the molecules in the oils to reach the brain. 2 minutes they'd be found within the bloodstream, and 20 minutes the effects will be happening in every cell of the body. So it's a really quick effect for these oils to work. You can pop that in a diffuser. That's an amazing way to use your oils. In a water mist diffuser, gets them around really effectively, really quickly, no damage to the oils because it's cold water. And it just switches off when it runs out. There's no flame to worry about like in an oil burner. I used to use them, but now I've moved to the diffusers, now I know. So yeah, aromatically, and you can use these as your pure fumes. This is all I use now. If you think about perfumes, they have a lot of chemical aspects within them. And I just think about back when I would be, say for example, if I was off on holiday at an airport and you go to the duty free and you'd spritz yourself with all the perfumes. Oh, it must have stunk. And it's disrupting to your endocrine system, basically. You know, at the end of the day, it's not great on your endocrine system. Really disruptive to your hormones. So if you can support it at the same time, as well as having a nice scent, it's just amazing. And there's so many different choices, whatever scent you prefer. So you know, I might just dab a bit like up here on my top, or yeah, really nice. So that's aromatically, and you know, this has been used for thousands of years. So Arabian brides would use the essential oils and fragrance, you know, to ward off any evil spirits at their weddings. So yeah, essential oils for fragrance and things has been used for years and years. And then there is topical use of these oils. So you can use a carrier oil and you can dilute them, and you can use them on sites you need them. So if you've got any areas of pain, if you need some pain relief on somewhere, if you want to boost your circulation, you know, you can use them and target areas. If you want to help your digestion, you can pop it over your tummy. So that's a great way, and you can do aromatic dressing after a bath or shower using the oils that you need in your body that day. And yeah, again, this has been something that's done for years, and there would be anointments of, you know, in ceremonies that would have real purpose and meaning. And then we can use these oils internally. Now, this is a way that I wouldn't recommend with any other oils, because you can't guarantee that testing. So we only recommend it with the doTERRA oils that are from the warehouse. You can guarantee that they've been sourced well. And this is an amazing way to get the oils within your cells quite quickly. So this can be as simple as taking a drop of oil in a glass of drinking water, and most of them taste amazing. You get to know with guidance which ones you can take internally and which ones you can't. And yeah, they work at a very deep cellular level. So there's some really healing oils that can support us in any issues going on in our body, and the results can be amazing. So that's a really powerful way to take them. Some people use empty veggie capsules and fill them with some drops of oil, and we'll take those. And for flavouring, like I said, with my treats and raw chocolate, and pancake mix and soup and savoury meals, roast veggies and curries and all sorts. You can just put a drop of oil in, and it's getting that guaranteed purity and goodness that the plants, you know, are well worthy of, and we need to harness and utilise, because it's a gift. Yeah, so that's another way internally. And so the lemon, for example, lemon oil is wonderful for the liver and kidneys. It's very detoxing oil. So lemon oil really helps the detoxification pathways in the body. Really easy way to use that is to have a drop in drinking water. I do that every morning. And I used to do that with a slice of lemon in my drinking water. And I was then a little bit aware of, well, I just then, you know, it clicked that that could actually be acidic on my teeth, and it can ruin the enamel on your teeth. You've got to be careful. So I used the lemon oil, the doTERRA lemon oil, when I started using my oils. And it's alkalizing, so it won't harm your teeth. So that's a really easy way you can get some gentle detoxing daily, very effectively. It also helps remove petrochemicals in the body. These are little plastic particles that we just inevitably will be breathing in through pollution. We might be eating, you know, from like our food that might be in plastic packaging. So that'll help remove those and break them down and remove them. It can really balance hormones and remove negative estrogen, so very good for any sort of PMT and things like that. Good for the skin in turn as well. And then internally, just for example, then you've got frankincense, which is wonderful, very cellular healing, really helps with any brain health and the nervous system. It's incredible, actually. Really helps with any brain fog and mental fatigue. helps to clear and bring some clarity there. And there's a blog, there's the doTERRA blog where it shows the bioactivity of these oils, and it's just amazing. It's very science-based companies. There's all the research there, teams working together. It's all available for us to see. But yeah, frankincense is a very spiritual one as well, so really helps on that deeper connection. Really, really lovely, higher connection. So tip number 3, bear with me. Tip number 3, so there is an oil for everything. And try me. This is what I need your help with at the end of this chat. I'll be asking a question. Yeah, this is plant medicine, and it's healing. It's powerful healing energies, and they're full of light and wisdom. You know, the potentials are there when it's done correctly, and when the process is carried through correctly. So this wisdom flows within them, and there's emotional meanings to all of the oils as well, which I'll mention. And then looking at the oils, so looking at the oils in a first aid kind of way, if you're thinking about what they can help you with physically, you know, we might choose one to use for first aid, and that's wonderful. It's the first thing I turn to whenever I need anything. But without knowing it or not, they're working on a deeper level. So, you know, rather than conventional medicine, which is there when we need it in emergencies, it's amazing. But ideally, we want to empower ourselves with natural tools. And this is, for me, is where the oils really fell in a naturopathic way as well. It's all about helping the root of an issue, or maybe even helping with prevention, and not just focusing on symptoms and trying to mask them. You don't just put a plaster on something, it won't go away. It's about really taking everything into account, and it's part of healing, releasing, and moving on, you know. So yeah, there's you obviously would choose an oil to help a particular physical ailment going on, but they'll be helping you energetically on so many other levels. So rather than side effects that conventional medicines can bring, unfortunately, if you look at the instruction, you know, the leaflet in any meds, there'll be a list of other things that can come with that and knock-on effects that it will have. With oils, there's going to be side benefits. They've each got so many different aspects and so many different properties. It's just wonderful. So yeah, don't forget, there is an oil for everything. Just try me. I'm here to help. It's my passion and my pleasure and my light that I want to share. So yeah, tip number 4 or 5, consistency. And that really is key with the oils. Consistency is key. We want to keep those plant chemical compounds within our body working the best they can. So if we're looking at something in particular, or prevention-wise, using our oils daily is really going to have us see the best possible outcomes. And they're wonderful. They can do so much. They have many similarities on a molecular level as our bodies, as humans. We're utilizing all of the immunity properties of the plant. Basically, the oils are harnessed from different areas of a plant, but there'll be oil sacs, and really it's the immune system of a plant. So we're able to tap into that. It's just incredible. It's actually incredible. And this has been here. This has always been here. It used to be passed through families. You know, you probably had some in your generations, in your heritage lines back somewhere. There'll have been someone doing this, using plants out in Mother Nature, in the wild. And it would have been passed through traditions and families. You know, there are still obviously sort of spiritual leaders and shamanic tribes and all sorts, you know, indigenously still using them, of course. But this is passed down in families. But we've kind of, as a modern society, just got out of that. So yeah, I love that I can bring that back in, and I can share that with my girls, and it's so empowering to know that they're learning these things. So yeah, we're very similar on a molecular level, so we can find a quick reaction from the oils, but we want that consistency to really make a difference. Okay, tip number 5, and this is my favourite thing at the moment, which I'm just finding fascinating, tuning into and really feeling it, is use your intuition. So use your intuition with the oils, it's incredible. And just to say briefly, my story with the oils. So I met them, I've been working with oils for about, within my life for, starting from the beginning. We had them at home. My mum taught autistic children, and she used aromatherapy to massage the children's feet in an afternoon to help with relaxation. So we had an oil burner at home growing up. It was something that was around me. I was aware of it. So I was aware of essential oils. I had a few, just the generals in the house probably then when I was older, probably lavender and tea tree. And I thought I was using a good source, a good quality that I could find, you know. But yeah, so about 3 years ago now, I met doTERRA oils. I've lost my trail of thought. Okay, yeah. At the time, I was qualifying to be a naturopath at the time. I was studying, so like I said, I knew they were going to come in at some point. But I started using them in our lifestyle, you know, in my daily healthy habits that were coming and taking hold, getting in place. We were doing a house project then, which was a pretty lengthy thing. Basically, we were moving and it needed a lot of work doing on this place. We sold our place that we were in. We were out of there for 18 months. So we were in between places. We were packed up, mostly our boxes, you know, all our things were packed up. It was okay to start with. And then it got a bit frustrating. And then negativity came in. You know, I was pretty fed up at this point. I was trying to work still with, you know, and create my treats still and do bits and bobs. I'm very passionate about what I do and that creative energy. So it was frustrating because things were still boxed up here and there and everywhere. I couldn't find anything, and yeah, I got a bit negative. And you know, there is a strong link to the mind and the gut. So I could start to see issues digestively. And these negative thoughts that we can feel, negative thoughts in our mind, can alter our pH in our cells and within our system. So yeah, this can cause imbalances in the gut, and I was feeling some of that. You know, I was getting frustrated at this point. And as part of our offerings in our oily team and community, there was an emotions cleanse. This is about a week's worth of using the emotions oils blends, and it was so it was just amazing. I worked with one at a time, and I was able to work through a lot of emotions. It was very revealing. It was great. I was able to recognize and sit with and release. So that's when I first started becoming in tune with the oils on a different level. And I've just been practicing a bit more of this. The Forgive blend was unreal for this, to let go of any fear, anger, guilt, resentment, frustration, beating yourself up about anything, forgiving others. It's just amazing. I would recommend this one to everyone. It's beautiful. So yeah, that's when I started coming in tune with them a bit more. So it can develop over time. I basically needed to just give it a bit of time and space because we had been very busy with moving. So then that's when I was able to tune in with them a bit more. So they bring a quality out. They can bring out love and compassion and empathy, and they can help with our shadow side issues that we might need help with. You know, if we resist things, they persist. So allowing that to happen, to just come about, recognize those feelings, and doing, you know, what feels best to us, journaling about it, giving it time, and then letting them release, and then, you know, choosing to raise yourself up into a higher vibration and energy when you're ready. And the oils just help. They help with that. helps to connect with a higher wisdom. There's always messages coming in with these oils. There's messages they can help you with. It's just unreal. So they harness all this power from nature. Don't forget that, all the light and the confidence, this strength, this inner wisdom. So like I said, there are indigenous people, spiritual healers still using plant medicine very much. In meditation and mindfulness, the oils are incredible. Meditation, it gives you a focus. When I'm doing any sort of practice, or I've been doing Kundalini yoga lately, and that's been beautiful, and I'll tune into what I feel like I need at the time, and it really invokes that feeling, that emotion. Yesterday or the day before, the day before, I decided I wanted to bring in cheerfulness to my day, so I reached for the cheer blend, and I did the Kundalini yoga, and I was smelling it throughout, taking some breaths, having it on my wrist, popped some in my diffuser, and it's amazing. It really helps with the thought patterns and the processing and the mind and emotions, and can really encourage what we want to be feeling. But like I said, it can help us release stuff. I'd already done a lot of forgiveness work, so I'd released that, and then I wanted to raise myself up to a higher energy and vibration, so then I went to the cheer blend oil. So in meditation, they can give us a focus of that fragrance, as long as it isn't reminding you too much of something, because sometimes the oils can do that. I've had people have that before. They smell something and they're like, oh, that reminds me of so-and-so. And you don't want that too much. You don't want to be thinking too much about that, because it's meant to be quietening the mind, isn't it? That the meditation really. So as long as it doesn't provoke too many memories, then the oils are wonderful in meditation. They just add that little focus there. And with positive affirmations, they're amazing. So they really do fit in wonderfully with any holistic natural health practices. I've got some friends using them who are yoga teachers, massage and chiropractor, acupuncture. They're amazing. They're great in exercise. So there's ones which will really help to encourage opening the respiratory airways, letting that oxygen flow in, and really supporting you, and then helping for pain afterwards if you've got aching muscles and things. And it's not just temporarily covering it, it's working deep and releasing it and supporting us and healing us. So and just to say, another massive way I've found the oils helpful is immunity wise. So there's an immunity blend, and I found that one really, really useful. My girls are now 8 and 10 years old, and so they're in school, and usually here's one now. Hello. So sometimes they, if they come home and there's been any coughing and spluttering going on, then I'll just use the On Guard oil, and it kept us well. It's kept us well all winter. I usually use that one from about October around to about March, and it is just incredible. And you know which oil to use now, don't you, love? For which one do you like when you've got a stuffy nose?
Air.
The air blend. So that's the respiratory blend. And so Nancy here asked me for that when she's got a stuffy nose, which can be at night time if she's lying down, but generally you're really well, aren't you? Because we use the oils. But as and when we need them like that, they're amazing. So it's empowering to teach our children as well and our future generation, and it's so exciting. And Graham has just had some samples. He's had the air blend in his for respiratory airways and things. But like I said, they fit in well with absolutely anything, and this is something that you can bring in. It amplifies any other natural practice. So if you'd like to try any, please do let me know. This is what I love to share. Give it a go. Just try them. So the best way to get hold of them is, come to me, ask me, because you want them to come straight from the doTERRA warehouse. That will guarantee a genuine product, because there are some replicates out there. They've become popular, and you want to ensure they're from the doTERRA warehouse, but most importantly as well, you want all the guidance with you. As you can tell from my chat here, which is literally the surface, I could go on and on with all the goodness. And you just can't fit enough on the bottle to let you know. That's why they're not really readily available on shelves. doTERRA want people to have the guidance there, and there's so much and so many opportunities, so many gems of offerings that come with the doTERRA community. So I shall post some links up, please have a look. And my question to you is, what would you like to hear more on, basically? What would you like to hear more about that you might want help with or support? So this can be anything physical, so think anything. Pain, sleep, hormones, yeah, if you'd like to know more about oils on a particular subject, so with exercise, or spiritually with the meditation and things, emotionally, or for more concentration, more energy. So fire away, let me know. I'd love to hear what would interest you. What would you like to hear more on? I could do a question and answer session. Really happy to help. If you'd like a sample of something then following those when you've heard a bit more, let me know, and I'll do a little live about how you can get hold of the oils as well, which would be putting an order through with me, and so I'll add a few things to the unit, but I'll finish there because that's been a while. As you can tell, there's lots of goodness that goes with them. They're just incredible, really. Any questions or anything, just ask me below if that's possible. I think I'll add this now and see. Oh gosh, has it been half an hour? Okay, it's all good. Catch us when you can, and thank you for watching. And yeah, I'm enjoying the group, so look forward to connecting with you all again soon. Okay, bye for now. Take care.